All right. Good morning, boys. There we go. There we go. How we doing, man? Happy Sunday. There we go. There we go. Join at GM, buddy. Edge, good morning. Moonship, good morning. Moonship, I'm glad you found your way to, I'm glad we found each other. You're fucking awesome. Who else is here? What's up? Good morning, GDWP. Good morning, Roth. That'd be sweet. That actually needs to happen. Very seriously, that needs to happen. That needs to happen. And I need to whip up. I've been saying this for a minute, but I need to whip up some DMT. I was actually talking to my son about that. Like, he wants to, for literally for science, he wants to learn. He just wants to understand how it works because he's like a little sciencey dude, which would be cool. What's up, Gravity? Good morning. But I do need to do that, man. My shit is all, I've talked about it here. Like, my shit's all years old and it doesn't work. It doesn't. I take that back. When I microdose it, I barely 80% of the time I get nothing from it, which means I gotta eat more. But then one time it was like I felt it. I'm like, oh no, it does work. I think it just might not be strong, or it's like an inconsistent batch. I don't know if that can happen. Awfulai, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you, man. Yeah. I need to finally do it because I'm itching for a batch, dude. I fucking need a trip. Need it. You know where people say you do it not for fun, you do it when, I'm trying to think of the way people word it, but long story short, it kind of happens when it's supposed to. You shouldn't force it, right? Like actual trips. And I've just been feeling for a long while now that I'm like, I need a trip. I do. I got some lessons to learn. It could be a bad trip too. That's fine. I just, I need a lesson, dude. Okay. Boy, weird out there, man. Weird. And also real interesting, where crypto's at right now. A good friend of mine messaged me yesterday, and we were talking about price of Bitcoin. By the way, we're going to hit DUMPSTR. We're gonna hit some Claynosaurs. That's probably mostly it. Dumpster Claynosaurs. You know, we got to peek at Ansem. We got to peek at the Robin Hood memes. But that'll be today. That's a different kind of trip. That's a good trip too, man. Uh, yeah, that's true. That's true. I had I don't know if I still have it, but I had sites bookmarked. You know where you could buy spores. You buy them right in the syringes, right? I always wanted to get into that, like growing, right? But I was interested in the spore part and like the cloning mushrooms, right? Growing them in those little dishes, and I love that stuff, man. And then even DMT, like I like the process of like making it happen, right? Just making it. I just like that stuff. Um, so dude, it's weird out there. Okay, so my buddy messages me and he's like, "Hey man, the Iran stuff's like starting to pop off again. Iran says close the Strait of Hormuz, and then Bitcoin, nothing happens. We don't dump. Like the market just shakes off all this now, which is super interesting. You know, we got to what 58K, and everyone, myself too, like everyone's like, no, we go lower. Like for sure, we go lower. And I think a lot of us think like we are past, maybe not the bottom, but past the worst. Like that downtime, the longest stretch of that downtime is almost definitely behind us. In fact, let me pull up Bitcoin. I just want to see how long since October, right? Dude, wow. August, September. Dude, we are 9 months, 9 months into this shitty stretch. Maybe I clear out my closet and like make it my little lab. We're 9 months into this shitty stretch, right? 10-10 was when it started. Let's go back, let's go a year. And I kind of want to, yeah, I kind of want to feel out, um, last time around, how long that lasted. So here's 10-10, 9 months in, and we're at 63K Bitcoin. First off, how crazy is it that we're in a bear market, right? Um, and Bitcoin's over 60K. And I think especially the people who watch this, you've been here long enough to like that this doesn't matter. This doesn't rattle you because you've been here when Bitcoin was not even 10K. How weird is it? Like you used to think of these days, used to like literally, and we do it now, by the way, too. We dream of the day where it's like Bitcoin's never below 250K, right? You're like, I know sometime in the future that's what it's going to be. But we're at one of those moments here. We are. It's like Bitcoin's in a bear market, 63K. I think that's I think that's wild. Okay. Um so back to let's just we'll use this 2022. Let's go April 22, and then we started up April. That was over a year. But I guess we started that. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Hang on real quick. I'm gonna make a couple videos later today, some like tutorials on a dumpster. People like FAQ stuff. How to stake, how to unstake, how to fill your bags, all that shit. A lot of people with questions here, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. People, yeah. If you haven't lived through a few cycles at this point, you think it might be over, and if you've been here, you know it's not, and you know what a fucking treat this is. That Bitcoin is 64K. Crazy. But anyway, yo, um, Strait of Hormuz closed, man. Yeah. And then US says, no, no, no. The strait's open, boys. Meanwhile, Iran is firing at ships, right? So we got this going on. We got like we got shit going on. And dude, this is wild. We had Mitch McConnell a few weeks back, who's probably not dead, right? He's probably fine. Well, not fine, but he's probably not dead. Lindsey Graham dead. Wasn't expecting to wake up to that. My morning routine, I'm back. In my best times, I don't check the news. I don't watch TV. I don't do any of that stuff. I am not in my best times, although pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Dude, I got to tell you, dude, getting as active as I've gotten the past, it's been 3 months now. Best I felt in years, like years before COVID. Physically, best I felt since before COVID. It's awesome. But at my best mentally, I'm close to it. Wouldn't check the news, wouldn't watch TV, didn't play video games, none of that stuff. And I'm doing all that stuff now. I start my morning and I wake up and I go to Drudge Report, get the headlines real quick, which I need to stop doing, but I do. And this is what I see: Lindsey Graham dead. Who thinks this is sus? Who thinks that's sus? I didn't. Right? You're over 70. You that happens, dude. You don't take. I mean, hey, our age, man. We're not the youngest crew here. Our age, you don't take any days for granted. But that you do, like that happens. He's 71 or 72 years old. He oofed. It sounds like a heart attack, right? But yeah, here we go. But 100% sus. Edge thinking sus. In his 70s, man. So even 70s, not uncommon to just drop dead of a heart attack. What's up, Rare Bo? Good to see you, man. Okay, but here's where it gets weird. Here's where it gets weird. He was in Ukraine yesterday. Apparently, he was in Ukraine yesterday. Is it weird? Is that a little sus? What's up, CJ? Dude, if this didn't get him, that would have. So, okay, so now is it pretty damn sus? The timing's weird. Very healthy. He had some interviews yesterday, like he's on TV, you know? And he seemed totally fine. But like heart shit can happen. It literally doesn't matter, right? Like we've all had family. I'm sure we've all had family, right? Um, yes, awful lie. Yes, that's exactly yes. He went to Ukraine. He was there, I guess, 2 days ago, and then yesterday he dies. And his interviews on TV, he was totally fine. But that's exactly that, right? We've all had family. Fine one day, gone the next day in an instant. It just happens, dude. And like I'm a tinfoil yarmulke guy. Um, what I'm curious is where they say unexpected illness. I wonder if it's something else. Graham inspected a drone factory in Ukraine yesterday. Russia blew up the factory. I don't know what's true, by the way. Russia blew up the facility today. Dies of sudden illness. But this is him. This is him 2 days ago in Ukraine. I agree, man. You know what's weird? I like my son's fucking awesome. It's cool hearing him growing up and like understanding stuff and just tip of the iceberg stuff, dude. But like he really liked Trump before. Now he's starting to understand. Like, he asked me questions. He's like, "Do they all lie?" Like he's starting to understand like the game of all this stuff and understand none of these guys are really on the people's side. It's kind of fucked. And he had a big overtime week and he saw how much of his money got taxed and it pisses him off. And he's just like at that age where he's just learning so much about how the world really works. It's cool to see as a dad. Saw my uncle eating breakfast, seemed fine. Took him rolling papers. A few hours later, dead of heart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's crazy. It literally out of nowhere, out of nowhere. So it happens. It happens. But them describing it as sudden unexplained illness could be a heart attack too, right? But also like you got, dude. Everybody wants everybody dead, right? Iran wants to kill Trump. I don't know if I can say that. Well, whatever. Iran wants to kill Trump. Trump's taking out their leadership. Yeah, you know, maybe sus. Maybe sus. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious if we're gonna. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I'm just realizing right now, this is maybe one of the like most consequential things right now. Like if it was natural, whatever. But if somebody took out Lindsey Graham, then I don't know. Might not be great, right? A brief sudden illness. Yeah, it's weird, huh? Edge, we should run some numbers, man. I'm real curious. I'm curious where you're going to be in profits and break even and all that stuff. Let's get into dumpster a bit. Anyway, going to get weird. By the way, Sailor buying more Bitcoin after last week selling $200 million worth. Or I wonder if they start adding in another color here. But yeah, again, I don't disagree, man. And I'm with you guys. Like those old guys got to get out. Yeah, they got to get out. At some point, I bet even this might be insane to say, but I bet those guys even have the best of intentions. I don't actually believe that. Let's just assume they do. But after you're in that machine for so long, you're tangled up in the shittiest shit. I think no matter what you get in politics, you get corrupted. Doesn't matter if like that was your intention or not. You get in there, you get corrupted. These little things start chipping away at you and you start doing things and crossing little lines and, blurring this and that just because you have to play the game. And suddenly, 30, 40 years later, 50 years later, you're a different person and you didn't even mean to. Just how it goes. But all this shit going on and Bitcoin looking totally fine and actually starting to see some bullish talk from people. Pretty damn bullish, man. Pretty damn bullish. Eric Trump tweeting out ETH pumping hard, crypto's the future. Donald Trump talking about those new the Trump savings accounts that are probably going to hold some Bitcoin. Imagine that. That is a thing that does move the needle, I think. Right? Like strategic Bitcoin reserve is back in the conversation that they're looking for a way to fund that thing. Separately, those Trump savings accounts for kids, every kid born from here till whatever, until the Democrats kill that. But also, I think it's anybody under 10. So kids 10 and under also get a savings account, and I bet you it's going to have Bitcoin in it. Oh, dude. Yeah. So hang on, I have that here too. I actually dug seeing that. But real quick, things looking good. Robinhood chain popping off. Guys like CBB talking about buying some ETH here. I think it's pretty interesting. There's just guys you pay more attention to when they're buying and what they're buying, and I pay attention when this guy's buying ETH. I'm watching. Yeah, there's what Chwani was just talking about. Michael Saylor waiting on that BIP 1110, 110, whatever. BIP 110 turns a spam dispute into a consensus change that would invalidate some currently valid fee paying transactions. Precedent is the danger. Yep. Save our energy for threats that really matter, like quantum. And I'm sure plenty other things, but yeah, is this the first time Sailors weighed in on that? And actually, I didn't even read Adam back. Their concerns or thoughts for why they thought that made it logical to support 110. My feeling after listening is if these are the people with 110 in their handles, I'm sad to see them about to fork off and get disillusioned without understanding why Bitcoin rejected 110 robustly. Okay, so he's anti 110. Oh, this is too long. Come on, bro. This is a great point. Your spam is not somebody else's spam. Decentralized finance is kind of decentralized money is kind of the point of Bitcoin. It is the point. And that includes JPEGs. It does. Yeah, this is fucking awesome. Okay, I'm gonna read that later on my own time, but yeah, good. Good shit. Good, good, good. Need that. Hazardous, what's up, man? Hazardous, hang on. Am I in Hazardous? I think I'm in your pool. Hang on, I'm pretty sure I'm in your pool, dude. Does anybody remember? We're gonna look, but does anyone remember from yesterday? Was I in Hazardous's pool? Dude, that fight was ridiculous. I didn't stay. I meant to stay up, and it got to like 9:30, and I'm such a boomer. I couldn't do it, dude. 9:30, and I'm like, nah, I'm toast. I'm toast, man. What's up, DK? Good morning. Yeah, let's look at. I want to look at how much I've made, what my new game plan is, because I have changed my game plan a bit on Dumpster. Um, what the jackpot's up to, dude? It's looking spicy. Dumpster's looking phenomenal, guys. Target still stands. It's going to 2 mil. I'm pretty sure it's going to 3 mil. I feel pretty good about it going to 5 mil. It can go to 10, 15, 20 mil. It can. It can. I'm not making a bet. I'm not like, I'm going to sell my tokens. I'm not planning on selling them at 10, 15. Maybe keep a little there. My plan is to sell 2, 3, 5 mil. And I'll reevaluate if it gets there if I'm feeling some energy behind it. But 2 to 2 mil is going to happen. I'm sure of it. That's a 4x from here with no volume right now. Robinhood stuff, by the way, just a quick mention, but Robinhood stuff, PvP stuff starting to take off there a bit. Although I heard, like, kind of at the chain level, they're looking for a way, or a platform level, they're looking for a way to, like, kind of fight off the PvP stuff. I don't know how you do that, but, whatever. Cash Cat, actually, hang on. Do you guys mind if we peek real quick? I just want to see what it's at. I just want to see what those just want to see what those coins are looking like. 180 mil for Cash Cat. What kind of volume? 30 mil in volume. Buy and retire 16, almost 17 mil. Crazy. Your top coins. Cash Cat getting 180. Arrow, 14 and a half. Hood Rat 8. Oh, hang on. I don't know why that jumped. Arrow, what is this? The Jugger? 8 mil. There's a lot, man. There's a lot of coins to make money on over in Robinhood. Oh man, I will update everyone in about an hour once season 1 is done. Rewards have been juicy. Oh, Hazardous, dude. Yes. If I'm still live, just tell me where I can see your update. If you're gonna tweet it, I'll pull it up. But China. Very cool. Okay. What are your guys' predictions for what I earned yesterday? Soul wise and dumpster wise. Remember, I didn't stake much. I staked 190,000 tokens. 90K went into Hazardous just because it was basically full. Again, I think it was Hazardous. And then 100K and another one that did fill up. So that one's all the way full. $20. Okay. I'll tell you this. It's less than I was thinking. And it is kind of changing my plans a little bit. Not that I don't think that's going to pick up too. I do actually think it picks up, but we'll go over the numbers here. Dumpster, though, by the way, ticker is Dump. 431K is the market cap. Someone said it's an all-time high, but I don't think that's true. I mean, let me pull up the chart. I thought it hit. No, I guess it is. Dude, I could have swore this got up to like 500-600K. So I don't totally get that. I swore this thing. Dude, you know what? This site probably had an error. Deck Screener probably had an error because Deck Screener was showing like 500-600K at one point. Edge 0.065. How much you got staked in 2,300 Dumpster? Not bad. Okay. You're doing okay. I'll say this. Oh, Edge staked for how long, by the way? Because I was gonna say you're beating me, but then again, I'm only 24 hours in. I'm like 23 hours in. And then also here is Deathster, which kind of cool yesterday. Not a ton of volume, 6,000 in volume over there. But there's a play over there. The jackpot right now, this is fucking awesome. The jackpot for the Dumpster Fire. Yeah, DK, yeah, dude. Okay, so actual all-time high, I'm real happy seeing my bags where they're at. Like, this token's at 430K, and I'm almost at 2x. Yeah, you can't play it. I wish I went in with more. Like, I couldn't have asked for better, right? And that was just when it's live, and I'm lucky it was slow, but it's just when it's live, like, looking round numbers, looking at the tax, looking at the market cap, and in my head, I'm just trying to find the level. This is all I'm doing because I gotta keep it simple, right? I'm not great with numbers. What market cap does it need to hit for me to break even? So every buy I did, that's what I had in mind. At this market cap, like at this tax rate right now, we hit 300K on break even. Okay. Buy a little later. I'm like, okay, this market cap, this tax rate, I hit 600K on break even. Right. Cause then from there, I'm like, if I think this is going 2 to 3 mil, well, I got my X's there. So pretty good. Pretty good. So check it out. Again, not big numbers. I only put 5.7 SOL in. Not big. I wish I did. Wish I did. Um, but I have 1.1 million tokens, not crazy. 5.7 to 9.5 SOL right now. Right now, that's with 10% tax taken, right? 9.5 SOL, almost a 2x at 430K. So if this thing gets to 2 mil and we 4x from here, I'll be pretty happy. I'll be pretty happy. Let's see, 9.5 times, let's go 4. 38 SOL. 38 SOL. It's like 3 grand. 3 grand. And that's for putting in what? $450? Nice. That's the shit I'm looking for. Like, what I look for are easy plays. This is easy. This is easy. I know it's complicated, but this is easy. Slow, easy, not like a grand slam, not a home run. It's a home run. Uh oh, dude, Mage, that's a good shout because they mint and destroy tokens with the staking engine. I don't think they destroy, but they definitely mint and stake and have all that stuff going on. But there's no burning in this, I don't believe. I'm pretty sure. Um, that makes a ton of sense. Okay. That makes a ton of sense. Okay, so we go by the website instead. So so is so okay, I got to think then. It's actually at 700K, it's not 400. Okay, that changes stuff a little bit, right? Like a little bit. Meaning like at 2 mil I'm not 4xing, at 2x at 2 mil I'm 3xing, which still gets me to like, 27 SOL or so, which is cool. Or 21, 27, 27, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna play that slot machine for sure, but I'm not gonna spend it all because, like, dude, I need to. Oh fuck. I need monies. I got bills to pay. Uh, hazardous. My God, man, that's awesome. 15 SOL. This is in just 2 days. In 2 days, 15 SOL, 760, 767 in dumpster. Shouldn't it be a lot? No, maybe that sounds right. Yeah, yeah. Stop it, Moonship. I can no, you can more than that. You can a million X or something like that. You could 100,000 X. Oh, 1,000. Okay. Gonna say something felt off. Dude, Hazard is pretty good. In 2 days, and especially with the past 24 hours, not much volume, 15 SOL. I don't remember, you minted the legendary, or did you buy secondary? I know you minted one, but I don't remember if you had a second and if you bought secondary, but pretty good. That's yeah, pretty good. Pretty fucking good. Okay, 767, so you're like 5 or 6 SOL there? If I'm mathing right? No, like 3 or 4? Whatever. Whatever. What's up, Bunny? Good morning, man. Um, yeah, okay, okay. So it's getting close to a mil. It's looking pretty good. This is gonna go okay. Me seeing this at 700K with it as slow as it is, okay, I'm real sure it's going to 2. I think I'm pretty more set on it going to 3. Like it's gonna go to 3. And it definitely can, and I think it's likely it goes to 5 still. So this thing still has a I don't know. It's got a 5 to 7x in it. I believe that. I do. But 2 to 3x from here is where I might start taking like a little profit. There you go. How awesome, dude. Okay, let's just pretend it's the one you minted. Okay, so then hazardous for 0.69 ETH, or if he was on VIP, he got the mint for free. But let's just say he spent 0.69 ETH in 2 days. In 2 days, has earned 15 SOL from the protocol, and then let's just say another like 5-ish SOL from the protocol and Dumpster. So let's say he's earned 20 SOL on that thing. Okay, he had to buy token, right? But even without that, actually, he didn't need token for this part, right? He just needed to have his pool filled, and he gets 7.5% of the winnings there. That's an awesome win. Those legendary tokens, NFTs were free money if you minted it, like free, really nice money. How long it lasts is the question, but there's still 1,800 SOL left in this thing. This is going to go on for weeks, if not longer, because they can tweak it too. This can go on for weeks, if not months. And let's see what kind of volume we can get with the meme. Remember, every time somebody sells, it doesn't matter if people sell. Every time people sell, that tax goes into the protocol. It fills up the reserve. And it puts it in the dumpster fire. So it's like, doesn't matter, token up, token down, whatever. Volume equals protocol moves. This thing's going to go for a while. The trenches on Solana come in for work Monday. Yeah, I've heard this, that the trenchers are kind of not here on the weekend. So I think 5 is going to happen. Again, just like DeathStir. This feels so much like DeathStir, where DeathStir started kind of slow. And then after a few days, it just started picking up. And I regretted selling my tokens too early on DeathStir. I'm like, fuck, man. I sold it 2 to 3 mil, and I remember it running, and I'm like, fuck. I wish I held. I wish I believed in it. And I always say I'm too close to Kongs, where like sometimes I don't see it super clear. I can feel it pretty well, but targets I'm not great at. I did nail the Prometheans target. I'll tell you that. I know when Prometheans came out, there were some targets. People were saying it's going to go to 0.01 or 0.03 or whatever. And I'm like, this thing's going to 0.1. It basically went to 0.1. Nailed that. So some parts of it I can definitely feel. NFT side I can feel. I'm not as good at feeling the meme coin side, other than I'm pretty damn sure 3 mil's coming. Has an additional 2.79 SOL from Legendary. That's badass, man. What a cool fucking win. Okay. So here's how I've done in the past 24 hours. It's like, it's okay. I wasn't expecting much because 200K token stake is not much. And again, I think we got a little bit of it's not a problem, but I think it's not great that I've got 1 million tokens and I actually decided yesterday I want to stake 1 million. One winner, Gravity. We'll hit that next. I wanted to stake 1 million tokens, right? So I'm like, great. Go to stake, and I realize again, I'm like, fuck, you can only do 100,000 per. So I'm like, I'm capped. I'm like, okay, let me go buy a gold. Well, the gold is 4 SOL. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, and really I would need 2 gold bags. So I'm going to have to spend 8 SOL to stake my 1 million tokens. I'm like, I'm out. I'm not doing it. And it's a problem. It's not a big problem. It's maybe it's working as designed, but at the same time, I'm like, it's another mill we could have taken off the market, in a way. Maybe it doesn't matter. So anyway, 200K tokens, 190K staked. In 23 hours, we made 0.03 SOL here, 0.0377, and 1,400 dump. 1,500. Looks like we just hit something. Let me see if I'm in hazardous. Yeah, there we go. Hazardous, yes, sir. In your pool. So from that, I made 0.016 SOL, 877 dump. And then from the other, funny enough, I've earned more SOL out of the one that wasn't full yesterday, right? This one was only at 30%. So I've earned a little more from this one. But yeah, altogether 0.0377, which is what? I think it's like $2. I think it's not that much. Okay, hang on. 0.0377. Let's go times 80. It's $3. Not complaining about $3, by the way. It on a very slow 24 hours. Um, like very slow 24 hours. Plus another 0.13. So let's go 0.0377 plus 0.01336. So we're at 0.051 Sol. $4. $4 in 23 hours is like so what? But also not bad for no volume, like very little volume. If this picks up, it's not crazy to think that'd be more like $10, right? Even if it's four. If I go $4 a day and I do that daily, it's $120 for the month. I don't mind $120. That'll pay my something bill. That'll pay my fucking Hulu service or right. It's actually kind of cool. Dude, you got to start. I got to start thinking about this. I got to start thinking about this in real life terms because I'm looking at this. I'm like $4. Okay, whatever. But I'm like $120 for a month is kind of fucking awesome. And of course, I could have 5x the amount of tokens I put in. Let's just assume if I 5x the tokens I put in, I would have had $20 yesterday. That's a good question. I think they don't know. And if they know, and look, I've been guilty of this before too. You might see a thing that's from a project that you know, and they're doing a thing, and it's just like, I don't think it's any shitty intentions from these guys. I just don't. I think there's just a level of, okay, neat. On to the next thing. Like, just, there's not the thing there that makes it like punch them in the face where they have to talk about it. It's there. This is what you got to do though. Stick to the course. If this keeps working, it gets to a point where they have to talk about it. If it keeps working, people keep winning. At some point, they have to be like, "Hey, okay, shit, that's cool. Like that's so you got my attention now. It will come in time. I don't think Kong's got to force anything. In fact, I think it's better if they don't yet. I think it's better if this is slow and steady for a few weeks because that means it can have a whole second life if those guys decide to start talking about it. If but I'd way rather slow and steady and organic and real and all that stuff. Not happening, brother. Not happening. I'm gonna put in like 50,000. Right? The two bags that I still have, the token that was attached to those, so 45,000 ish or so. I'm gonna put that into the slot machine. But the tokens I bought, I want to sell. Right? I don't. I mean, I would love to hit 6 point. This will be probably, I don't know, 8 mil by the time it actually runs. Actually, it's going to go way higher than that. Plus, as the dump token goes up, it'll be more that you make monthly. Yeah, dude. Again, 120 a month is awesome. Man, now I'm thinking about not unstaking. I was gonna unstake, but geez, I just keep changing my mind here. I was gonna unstake this live right now, but I would not hate $100 a month. I mean, that's a soul a month. Again, we're not talking anything crazy, but that's with 190,000 tokens staked. It's nothing. Like it's nothing. That's like what, one and a half soul? What is it? 190. Yeah, 1.6 soul. 1.7 soul. 190,000 tokens staked and I earn $100. That, I mean, dude. Okay, there's kind of my answer right there. I'm like, I'd rather have the token and sell it, but if I can just leave it parked there, I keep the token and I'm just going to earn that. I'm basically going to earn that over the month anyways. If it just keeps at this pace and I expect the pace to pick up. I like this protocol, man. I did this yesterday too, where like I wasn't, not that I wasn't sold on the protocol mechanics. I just didn't think there was enough upside there for it to be worth staking. Well, yesterday changed my mind live, so I staked live. And I'm doing it again right now. I was going to unstake here live. And I'm like, why? Like, why unstake if I just earn what I could sell those tokens for right now over the course of the month? And with the chance it is more. So I dig this, dude. It's really good. It's really fucking good. And yes, it's a game and it's a casino and what, you know what I mean? It's just, it is that. It's still missing like the big carrot at the end of the stick. What is the thing that like demands people's attention. What is it? It doesn't have that. And I don't know what that would be. I don't think that exists in crypto. But this is awesome. Okay. So the jackpot, the dumpster fire, up to 6.7 million tokens. Entry for this thing, I'm pretty sure is 100 dump. And I think you can go all the way up to 1,000 dump. And I don't know if you go to 1,000, if that means it just increases your odds or if it's 10 individual rolls. I'm not sure how that works yet, but let's see what that's worth. 6.57 soul as of right this moment. And this isn't going to go live till maybe like tomorrow at the earliest, maybe like later in the week. Right now, somebody can put in, or when it goes live, 100 dump, which is 0.00087 soul. Which is 7 cents. So somebody can put in 7 cents. And is going to win, as of today's number, $4,500. And it might be double that by the time it goes live. Not just that, the odds of hitting it, I'm assuming, are pretty low, right? You know, like any slot machine. I'm assuming it's not going to be hit right away. And it might go on days, and actually it'd be better if it goes on weeks. By the time that's actually hit, that thing might be like 20 million. That thing might be 30 million. I have no idea, but let's go 15 million. At 15 million, and I think there's a good chance it's 15-ish million by the time it hits. That jackpot's worth about 10 grand at 15 mil. So a little over double from here. And I think it's pretty likely it gets that high before somebody hits. Someone's going to win 10 grand for putting in, what did I say before? 7 cents. I'm still worried about the other side of that. You clear that jackpot, somebody hits it. What, like, what's the jackpot look like then? It's got to be way smaller, right? But at that point, people will play it more. Spicy, dude. Like, it's fucking awesome. They designed the shit out of this. It's really good. Biggest thing I noticed with staking is if you spread out your bags into as many almost full dumpsters, you're making sure you hit rewards every raffle. Smart. That's a really good point, man. Because it's not just the winner, like the top finisher. The other two also earn, right? You finish first, you get the half soul split across the people staked. But the second and third place get dumpster. They get some dump token. So yeah, dude, if you were to buy like a silver bag, 22 silver bags and stake one in each, you're going to win every single raffle. Every single raffle. This is pretty damn good, man. By the way, somebody made Cum Dumpster, which is awesome. It makes me want to stake into it. Which I wasn't going to stake at all, right? I was going to unstake here. But man, I won't if I unstake and put something here, I'll keep in Hazardous's pool. But I'll take my other one, and I don't know who runs that one. I'll stake here instead. But dude, like if you stake in this one, if you stake here, let's say you put in 100,000 tokens right now. If this hits, you get a big chunk of that win. Only problem is, and I know this gets complicated kind of, but right, because the pool is barely full, that arbitrage, it's only 10%. Meaning I think if this one hits, first off, its odds are really low, like it's not going to hit. But if it does hit, I think it's only like 0.1-ish. I think it's only 0.1 sold in that's split. So there's not a big incentive to get in this one. You really want to be in the ones that are full or like pretty close to full. I do want somebody to leave this so I can top up. Would be sweet. Rocky, good morning, man. What's up, Hoods? Good morning, man. So yeah, all in all, this thing's looking phenomenal. Like phenomenal. I'm so happy, dude. Like I just looked at that number. I'm like, but running those numbers, that's like, it's pretty good. Okay. So this is what I saw this morning that got me wanting to unstake, right? 1.1 million tokens. Again, it's not much, but 9.6 SOL. I wouldn't hate for that to all be liquid. Most of it is. 900,000 of it is. Wouldn't hate for it to all be liquid. So as this thing runs up and gets to a mill, right? Maybe start selling a little. I don't think I would sell at 1. Definitely 2 is the first place I want to start taking some profits. So how cool would that be? 3x from here, we're talking, what was that? Did I say 9.5 SOL? We're talking 28 SOL at that point, right? We're talking, it's funny, it's not crazy money, but $2,000. I could use $2,000 right now. I could. It'd be kind of awesome. Pay my rent, would be awesome. Protocol's working great. It's looking great. Need to get volume up. I did mention to Henry again. I know he hates this. I know he hates it. But I'm like, dude, I think this thing needs to like not just sell Ansem or whatever the target is, right? We mentioned it yesterday. The target. Well, I asked first. I'm like, why not just distribute the SOL, like the fees? Why buy a meme coin and then sell the meme coin? What's the point? The point is just so it's gamified a bit, but there kind of isn't a great point to that. On the NFT side, there was, and the reason is on the NFT side, before it liquidated it automatically, is you had collectors who actually, some of them wanted to keep the NFT. Like some of them, I wanted to keep the NFT. Like, right? I thought that was cool. Like DeathStar still is something special. It targets a collection you like and you happen to hit. Well, maybe you keep the NFT and you don't sell it at all. And I think this protocol needs that. I think it needs to target Ansem, and that if you win, you get token, right? You get Ansem token, you don't get SOL. Because I think narrative wise on the timeline, that's better too. Right? If you get 100 guys who all get some Ansem token, that's 100 guys who are tweeting on the timeline about their Ansem token, right? Tagging it. They're holders now, but they're also mentioning DUMPSTR in it. I think that I think it's way stronger for narrative on the timeline about it. And then go to the Trump coin and then go to WIF and then go to, whatever's the next hot coin that it's going to target. Same thing. You get the token instead of this, and then just sell the token. If you want the SOL, just sell the token. But I bet a lot of people will hold this stuff if you think this market's going to be picking back up. Like, how cool would it be to get these tokens at that discount? Like a pretty good discount too. So I think Henry's looking into it, man. I think he's at least asking. But what I think would be real cool, Hazardous, I'm curious your take if you're still here. I think what would be, I think the way to do it is the DUMPSTR, the pool like leaders pick how their pool works. As in, does my pool give out SOL rewards or does my pool give out token rewards? And so you can have it set on the DUMPSTRs, giving like anybody who's staking a choice. I want SOL, so I'm going to go in the ones that only give SOL. Or if I want token, because I want to play like super degen and I want the upside on the token, I might stake in those instead. Hazardous, if you had that option, what would you pick? If you could pick for your DUMPSTR that when you hit, you get token versus SOL, I bet you would pick SOL. But I wonder if some people would pick like getting token itself. Again, you can just sell the token right away. Wouldn't matter, right? You can just dump it instantly. But if you think, and actually, what is Ansem at? Let me peek at Ansem. It's probably 250 still, you think? Uh, 230. If you think Ansem's going back to 400, if you think it's going to go to 5, you think it's going to go to a bill, wouldn't it be kind of sweet to get the token and have a 2 to 5x out of it? So like if I hit that token, I might just hold it. So then I'd probably split my staking bags, right? Like one in a DUMPSTR that's given SOL, one in a DUMPSTR that's given token. And let's just see how it performs. But I would love that if that were an option. Pool leaders pick which one they get. And really, because I think it's better for the timeline. I do. I do. I think those tweets would go a long way. So let me see some of the other coins out there. I still don't know what this reptile coin thing is. Actually, that looks like bullshit. Dude, it's so gross out there. Troll. Moodang actually pumped yesterday, I think. Um, yeah. Yeah, a lot of these, if this market's gonna pick up, man, a lot of these are tokens I'd probably want to hold and still 2, 3, 5, 10, 20x on that stuff too. Way better for the timeline. You get a double win. You get a double win. People are tweeting out their soul wins, but after that, or instead of that, you get people tweeting out their meme coin wins. Like, hit this coin for free in Dumpster, and then I 10x'd it. And then I think that opens the door to target some like smaller coins too. If you're really good, okay. If they were really good at identifying some smaller cap coins, like some small, like I'm just gonna pick random tickers, and that like I don't mean that it has to be these coins. I'm just gonna pick out like imagine if okay, you got some really good trenchers in Kongs, and if they had some coins that they're like, this thing has been built and it's gonna cook. I know the people, I know what and they're like Nest. Nest is going to 30 mil, right? Targeting something smaller like that that's got a ton of upside would be super interesting too. Yeah, yeah. Hang on, let me pull up Moodang. Um, if it was any type of top 10 crypto coin, then I'm all for being able to hold for the bull. Yeah. Right, I think that'd be so fucking cool, man. Yeah, I hope that can happen because I think my oh dude, it might have been a Moodang on Robinhood chain. It could have been that. Yeah, dude, Moonship crazy over there. But yeah, if it were targeting top meme coins, like top meme coins, and you could just hold them, I think you'd have bigger wins. Not that it's like, not that you couldn't just hold your soul because your soul's gonna 3x or whatever too, right? But we're fucking degens here, man. I think people would like to hold the meme coins. So anyway, we'll see. I think Henry said he's going to chat with the devs. If it's not hard to do, I think they might. I think they might do it. If it's just a like hour to configure something like that, I think they might do it. So hazardous. Would you make your pool? Would you keep it as soul or would you go meme coin? Like, yeah, imagine it targets for a short window. Oh, dude. Okay, this might be a bad idea, but imagine a meme coin could sponsor dumpster fire. You would do soul. Okay. Kind of thought so. Okay, imagine a meme coin could sponsor dumpster fire, and to do that, they have to buy a certain amount of token of dump, right? Um. Ooh, now I got another idea. We'll play it out. Let me write it down. Okay. Dump lease dumpster. Okay, hang on. What if any meme coin, let's go with Cappy or let's do fuck coin or let's do, these small ones that are kind of dead. But what if they could buy a bunch of token and um put something in the jackpot on top of the prize here that if somebody rolls it and it pulls up that token, then the protocol targets their token for, for a cycle. Or it could be a short window, however they configure it. Maybe it's like 12 hours or something like that. But meme coin sponsors it, gets like the energy, the volume into their coin. It's probably a bad idea, but just thinking about ways to get it fun and get like other communities engaged. There's something there that could work. I'd have to think through that. The other thing too that like I just want to think through I don't know if it makes sense, but if you had a dumpster that maybe like the Kongs team owned that they could like lease out, that a meme coin could come. Again, I'm thinking this through right now. I don't even know if it makes sense. They could come, they could own the dumpster for a period of time, and then what happens? Um, they keep the fees, and they can just use the fees to buy back their own token or something like that, or I don't know. I wanna think through that, but there's something more here you can do to gamify it to get other people, like, other tokens in it. I don't I don't know. I think there's something to the, sponsoring the dumpster fire, though. Maybe they can come and donate their own token in there. So the jackpot's their token. Protocol targets their token. I'm trying to think if that makes sense at all. Like, what would that do? Again, if you're just buying it and selling it a little lower, like, does that help them? The volume does. If it's a smaller meme coin, the volume helps them. Um, if it gets your holder count up, if people are choosing to hold the token, that helps them too. I don't know. Got to think through that more. Yeah, yeah, right. It doesn't matter though. It's confusing enough that anybody who won't touch that shit won't touch it. And anybody who's in it, I think, is in it for the game. Dude, isn't that the weirdest thing with crypto though? If it's confusing and dude, if it's more than like 2 layers deep, it's too much and most people won't do it. This space, dude, wants buy, buy, sell. That's it. Buy, sell. If it's on another chain, they're not going to do it. If you got a bridge, they're not going to do it. If you got a stake, they're not going to do it. If it's on a platform that's like 2 clicks deep to get to the swap page, they're not going to do it. That's crypto, man. That's this space. That's like fucking and I get why. Cuz it's like, okay, I'm sure I could make some money here, but also I can go make money over there and I can just click buy sell. So it's like there's so many places to make money. So like why jump through hoops? Benefit of this is we'll jump through hoops cuz we already love it. We love the brand, we love the people. So we'll do it here. So then the goal is, and actually, this is the most important thing out of anything in dumpster mechanics and fucking whatever. The most important thing, period, is getting this shit like memeable. Like, gotta run with the whole dump meme. It even like, man, it's like the Death Star thing was awesome. Like for real, people were watching that so closely because they were hoping it tanked floors. It kind of was part of it. People were hoping that happened. They wanted to see like the fucking train wreck. And this doesn't do it. So like, so nobody's watching like that. They need it. We need the dump thing to be a meme. And it's not yet. It's got the potential, but also maybe it does. But we need dump to be a meme. People just want to ape and be kind of safe. Yeah. Yep. And now it's no longer safe because the PvP stuff, right? It's just, but it's still safe enough. But you know what I mean. But yeah, no, that's it. People want easy money, as easy and safe as possible. That's actually the secret ingredient. Also, Henry's got a good point too, and this is like something I've been saying for years. When you can't understand something, its potential is like higher. Just is. And this people can't understand the potential could be higher, but there's no dream that's being sold. Like the dream is you share protocol fees, right? But that's so easy to say, but if there's no volume, then there's no fees to share. But yeah, so it needs still like that magic carrot at the end of the stick. It needs that. And like as much as I want to see a CryptoPunk in the um dumpster fire, like even that wouldn't be enough. It needs something more. And I don't know what that thing is. I think that thing doesn't exist. So, dumpster or dump being a meme that is used across like crypto Twitter, like across communities, that needs to be the like that needs to be it. Ticker's dump, right? This thing has got to be a meme. Hell, I even think they won't do it. It's very anti-Kong, but they should pay a big KOL. They should pay a big KOL to help push the dump meme. This is like, it's good. It's pretty good. It's got potential, Like, just lean into the whole like, lean into that narrative that crypto is like a cesspool and it's a dump and all that stuff. Like, it could work. It could definitely work. But need way better memes, like, way fucking edgier. But yeah, as of right now, um, protocol targeting a meme coin and then just tagging the meme coin in it doesn't move the needle. It just doesn't, because why do they care? If it's buying the token, selling the token, and it's got a ton of volume, it doesn't do anything. Distribute the token is at least a little something. Yeah. So, all right, I think I stay staked. I just think, yeah, I think that's how it's got to go. I think I'm going to keep that staked. I'll top off my hazardous staked bag if any spots open up. I think I'm staying staked here. Might as well. Gives us something to check in on too. Um, and then again, that's 900. Damn, you know what? I still want to consolidate my coins too, and that involves having to send a bag back and forth. So I probably need to buy a bag. And actually, how are they looking? Let's check Magic Eden. Anyway, so far so good for the protocol. I think slow weekend. We are going to learn a lot about Dumpster this week. When the jackpot thing goes live, we're going to learn a lot. When we start seeing how many people want to spend 100 dump to pull the slot machine, and then let's see what people start earning then. Could get spicy this week, and I'm betting it does. I'm betting it actually does. Okay, $57 to buy a bag. And I do need one again just to consolidate my coins. Oh, so if anybody watching, we mentioned it yesterday, but this is just good to know. If you transfer your tokens, you get a 10% tax. You lose 10% of your tokens on transfer. You do. So just be aware of that. If you stake them in a bag, or don't even stake it, right? If you fill up your bag with token and transfer the NFT, you don't lose anything that way. So that's what you got to do if you're trying to move tokens around. Put it in a bag, move it around, and then sell the bag, which are they selling? Yeah, actually they are selling. That's actually really cool to see. Dude, that is like that's pretty decent volume. I'm actually really surprised here. Man, if you're looking for indicators here, dude, if you're looking for indicators, I'm sorry, but this is a pretty big indicator here. Look at how many bags have sold in the past 24 hours. Nobody's buying a bag unless they want a stake. Look at how many bags have sold. That is super interesting. That's really, dude, that's really interesting. I noticed in my dumpsters, um, many people made the mistake of not fully topping up their bag before staking. Can't you top it up when it's staked though? So hazardous. Did people stake with just 22K, the 22,500? I wish I could top mine up. When I put mine in yesterday, I think I was the last one that filled up your dumpster yesterday. Could only put in 90. So yeah, you can top up when it's there. That's right. So I'm hoping somebody exits so I can put a little more in, but whatever. So I want to consolidate my tokens. I'm gonna need a bag. Unless I unstake, wait 24 hours, pull my token out, and then I can move it around that way. But I'm gonna have to do 10 transfers or so, a whole bunch of transfers to get that done, which kind of sucks. But it's the game. It's fine. It's not a shitty thing. But yeah, DK, I'm really surprised seeing that much volume. That is so cool. Let me see recent wins. Who's winning? I should check Austin's site or Assassins. Is there a place to see recent winners? Yeah, there we go. 1 minute ago. So this does run every 5 minutes, and I do think they're going to change it. Oh, and you know what? While we're live, we're going to see the next target. In 16 minutes, we're going to see who the next target is. 20 people that only had 22,005. Funny. Okay. I have a friend, a good friend of mine did exactly that. He just staked his bag. Um, some alpha. Um, I would be look, if you're out there like hunting for deals of some sort, this'll happen. This'll happen. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen often. Might even just happen once, but if you're out here and you're hunting, guarantee somebody's gonna list a bag with a bunch of token attached. And I don't mean just the 22 and a half, right? Because each bag came with 22,500 token. There's going to be a bunch that have the token attached still, which is cool. But I'm betting you somebody's going to max fill a bag, 100K token, and they're going to list it. They're totally going to forget they had the token. Somebody's going to list one of these. These are bags right now, and I think these are unstaked bags, right? I think they don't show here. I think they don't show here. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't think they'll show if they're staked. But these guys have 100,000, and I bet you somebody's gonna fuck up and forget, and they're gonna list it. Which means you basically get a free bag. You could turn around, pull the token out, sell that for about a soul. These tokens, or excuse me, these NFTs like this guy here has got the token attached still. Let me refresh metadata. 20. So let's say 0.2 soul. So this bag is technically like 0.6. In fact, when I go buy my bag, if I need to buy a bag, I'm probably going to buy that. It's cheaper than the floor, right? Might as well just grab that and get the token out of it. It's cheaper than the floor NFT. There we go. Any bags listed are unstaked. Won't show up in the person's profile on Dumpster site. Okay. Yep. So there you go. I mean, there's my alpha. I'm gonna do that. When I buy a bag, I'm gonna buy one with some. Oh, hang on. Did somebody buy that bag or am I crazy? Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what probably just happened? When I refreshed the metadata, it probably picked up that that bag did not have token. Wait. Am I retarded? What's going on here? I think I'm retarded. Dude, was the floor. Yeah, I don't get it. I think when I refreshed the metadata, it updated that token. I was gonna say, or somebody bought it, but there's not any sales. Okay, so there goes that idea. Cheapest one with tokens attached is 1.3, so that fucks that up. It had to have been the metadata. Dude, Hoods, what is going on, man? Yeah, dude, sounds awful. All right, so yeah, I guess some decisions to make, but I think staying staked. Let's see what we can grind out over the next. Let's say few days, and then kind of reevaluate what the earnings are starting to look like. Um, if what I'm earning picks up, right? If I start making more than 0.03, then I'm definitely staying in. If it's the 0.03 again, still $100 for the month is awesome, but so is selling those tokens. And this thing's just grinded up still. It looks great. Really does. All right, let's jump over to Claynosaurs because I want to talk about them too. Those boys are Those boys are cooking. Remember Claynosaur's Cab and Andrew coming on Chart Monkeys this week, which can't wait. Can't freaking wait. How are we looking on the week for NFT volume? 36.8 mil. We should beat last week. Should? Hang on, maybe. We're only maybe not. We only did 4 mil in sales volume yesterday. I guess that's been our weekends. Weekends we do 4 mil in volume, meaning, oh, you know what? We might not beat last week. We're at 2.3 already today. Data period ends in 11 hours. I think 10 hours actually. We're at 2.3 mil. So we have another 2 mil probably left today. 2 mil. We may beat last week's sales volume. Low anyways, but we might not. It's gonna be right there. It's gonna be right there. So not a great time for NFTs. Slow. It's the summer. It's all that stuff. It's fine. Courtyard Top Collection, Breezy. Behind it, Panini. The top 3 collections are all physical cards. Kind of love to see it, man. Good Lord, Hoods. That's fucked up. Man, I'm sorry to hear. It's yuck. We've got a few things. Hang on. Few things. Good shit. Yesterday at Beeple Studio, Kim Assendorf was there for a Kim Assendorf event. Dude, he had some NFTs minted there. My buddy Anthony got one. Fucking awesome. I love it. I love it. He's got his Pixel Dex thing. I think this is kind of a celebration of Pixel Dex. Pixel Dex. Yeah. Basically, the more fungible token you own, the more pixels in your art. That dude's awesome. Wow, dude. That's so cool. That's so cool. Let me see if he's tweeted out anything. Oh, this wasn't a Beeple Studio. This was at Node. Yeah, it was at Node. Badass. So some people left that with a nice brand fucking new Kim Assendorf NFT. Good stuff, man. Super cool. I do want to check on this, but I don't remember where. I want to check on that V1 bid. Original. Is it original CryptoPunks? Is it V? I'm trying to remember the account. There it is. V1 Punk Spot. That should show the raffles. Hazardous, have a great day, buddy. Yeah, I want to find dude, look at this. We still got the male punks going for like 3+ ETH. Dig it. Dig it. Does this show bids? I love the green backgrounds too. Love it. That means they're unwrapped. Dude, interesting. They're selling for way more. They're selling for way more on the marketplace. Jaleel bought another. Yeah, I want to see if that bid shows. I thought bids show up here. So we're looking for Alien Punk with 110th bid. 10th sale a week ago. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can't see the bids on the bot. So bids, that's what I want to see. Yeah, it's not there anymore. Unwrapped though. Does it not show unwrapped? Wait, did this one sell? Dude, nobody's talking about this. It sold for 180 ETH. Nobody's talking about this. I didn't see that. Any of you guys see that on the timeline? I didn't see it. I didn't even see it, man. Dude, amazing. Dude, wild. Wild, wild, wild. Ugh, gross. We'll skip that. Sugartown shutting down. I'm sure people saw. Crazy, right? I know, dude. I know. I want to. Dude, 180 ETH. What a grail. Here, let me see what Sugartown said. I don't know. I don't know about these guys. Doesn't matter anymore. We worked hard to try and launch the games that we fully developed, but with the current climate and lack of viable home for the products, we've decided to start the shutdown of all services for Sugartown. What a weird project, man. Weird. Zynga, right? It used to be Zynga. Since the launch of NGMI, ATH, RNPC, and WSOA, I don't even know what that. I don't know what any of those are. We fully developed multiple additional games that bring a new type of gameplay to the Sugartown ecosystem. There's the who's the main talking dude from Sugartown? I forget his name, right? But fuck, I'm trying to remember who that is. I had muted him a while back because all his shit was just engagement farming and like fake newsy kind of stuff. Couldn't stand it. Like seems like a nice guy and everything too, but like that kind of that style of tweet, like fake stuff, like purposely fake. I hate that. Our thesis was a ways to bring breadth of game genres to validate Web3 gaming. Good job validating Web3 gaming and use the provenance and on chain ownership. Unfortunately, in the fall of Q4, we lost access to a technical dependency through one of our partners, despite the games being ready to launch. I wonder what that was. We explored many potential new paths to launch a viable and sustainable manner, in a viable and sustainable manner, but despite multiple conversations and discussions, we weren't able to find a new landing spot for the games. So, couldn't find a place to host them, don't even know. We acknowledge that we've been quiet. We have worked hard behind the scenes. The co founders took $1 annual salaries and never paid bonuses or any distributions. Our return would only come from the project succeeding so that we sit in the same boat as anyone who believed in the project. All efforts and all funds from Core's Mint, I have to believe that, by the way, and founder contributions went into building the Sugartown ecosystem from the games that ship to the unreleased games that we'll share. I don't know. Long story short, it's over. What's next? We intend to release the full Sugartown IP, including unreleased and unannounced games to the community. Love that. Free and permanent on access. This includes auras to CCO, access to creative and art assets and software for the games, both launched and unreleased. All NFTs will remain on chain in your wallets, and nothing with ownership will change. I like this. Okay. We're finalizing details. Updates in a few weeks. Thank you to the community who've been around with us since the beginning. I'm sorry we couldn't make it through to bring Sugartown to the masses. You know, Sugartown, there's a similarity with Kongs here. No disrespect to the Kongs, right? But they might be doing cool shit. Nobody's paying attention. Similar thing, right? Sugartown could say, why aren't we getting support from these guys and these guys and these guys? Because we built this. There's a little missing ingredient there too. You can build a cool thing, doesn't mean people are going to jump on it and be loud and support. They need a financial incentive to do it. Those guys out there on the Kongs thing, what's their incentive to do it? It has to be so big that they look stupid for not talking about it, right? Like, hey, this thing's on fucking fire. People are making many, 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 many thousands of dollars. Like, you should be talking about it or looking at it. It needs to be that, or they need to be getting paid. And if they're not getting one of those or either of them, they're not going to talk about it. Just how it goes. Just how it goes. Sappy seals in a sad state. Whatever. Don't care about any of that. Claynosaurs, though. First off, I love this post. Digital collectibles are so obvious. This looks like what? Pokemon Go? It's got to be Pokemon Go, right? Digital collectibles are so fucking obvious, man. It's crazy to me anybody would doubt that anybody would doubt NFTs. In the long run, it's crazy that anybody would doubt it. Digital collectibles. Look at this shit. Imagine if Pokemon Go um, made the Pokemon you catch tradable. Can you imagine? Over time, somebody's going to do that. It's going to take a long time. It's taken Pokemon 20 plus years, right? 30 years? How old's Pokemon? It's taken decades. In enough decades, somebody is going to pull this off Web3, whether it's a Web2 kind of IP, baking the Web3 stuff in, or if it's a Web3 native IP. And man, if it's a Web3 native thing that starts out with the NFT, like doing what Claynosaurs are doing, will change everything. It will. And so maybe it starts like this. Like, honestly, maybe this is how it starts. And in 20 or 30 years, Claynosaurs is the next Pokemon. And yet everything is funneled through those, 10,000 NFTs? Would love a Claynosaur. I have 2 Popkins. I'll keep them forever, I think, So 15, you guys saw this, but 15% of ownership is going to the NFT holders. They took a snapshot. There's something about this that like, I feel like the shares need to be maybe tied to the NFT. Well, okay, what I don't like, and I think it's fine. I think it's just how it has to work. But you buy one now and you don't get any access to it, right? You don't get shares. I feel like there's a disconnect there. That somehow the shares remain attached to it because I think, okay, they're fulfilling that dream of NFT equaling ownership, but I think part of the dream was you transfer the NFT, you transfer the stock to somebody else too, something like that. I think they should be attached. I think that's a big part of it. It shouldn't just be snapshot and all of a sudden you've pulled that value out of the NFT. I think the NFT should be all the value. So like kind of misses, and maybe you can't do that. I'm assuming you just can't do that. Agree? Do you guys agree with that? To me, that was that was what I always pictured it as. You didn't even need to get the stock. The NFT was your ownership. Right? And so whatever that meant, all the value driven to the NFT, not everything driven to another asset that you got from the NFT. I mean, it's fine, but it's like it's more than fine, but it's right in that middle ground. In fact, like that's a question I want to ask them. Good mental note. In fact, I'll write it down. But when they come on the show on Wednesday, I want to ask them that. And that's just me having no understanding of like that shit. Just I don't. But like why NFT doesn't keep the value of ownership. Snapshot. So this is about the snapshot and getting like the opportunity to buy stock or whatever. Okay. Dude, I can't wait to chat with these guys. AR is better than VR. Yeah, dude. It is. Not even close, too. Okay. I don't have any allocation. Popkins alone don't get an allocation. I think Claynosaur plus Popkin is like a multiplier. I think. Something like that. I'm way more interested at this point, though, in Hibu. If you're looking anywhere in the Claynosaur's ecosystem, I think you start with Hibu. Right? It's their new token. I didn't even know it's new. I thought it was out already, but that's their like media platform. Their like Kickstarter. I think that's where it's like super interesting. Going to distribute 15% ownership to holders. Yep. Let me get to the Hibu stuff though. Oh, and they have 2 new videos that I want to go find. I'm worried though because they're so IP. I'm worried that if I go play the video that I get the copyright. But let's see. Let's do an experiment. Is this? We need to play that video. That's what we got to do. I think these guys are great. Okay, here's Hibu though. This is really important. Hibu introduced their token and a 15% allocation to the Claynosaurus community. So Claynosaurs aren't just getting the stock thing; they're getting a Hibu token drop. Economic layer of fan participations. Creators spend it to reward the fans who help them build. Fans earn it by backing projects they believe in. The more the platform grows, the more flows through the token, meaning the more other people join Hebrew, the more that flows back to the Hebrew token, I think. And at that point, they didn't take a snapshot of Claynosaurus. I wonder if Popkins actually qualify for this too. But Hebu's interesting. Okay, that doesn't go that deep, so we'll go to the next post here. But yeah, let's go to the next post. Here, let's play this. These guys they're amazing, dude. They are absolutely fucking cooking. All right. I'm gonna let this play. Just give me a heads up if there's no audio, but I think the volume is as loud as I can get it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty fucking cool. Okay, so they got these like short little like boy, I think they're like 20, 30-second episodes. Um they have a passport where you collect little moments from the episodes in collectible packs. How kind of cool. I here's what I picture. Animated collectibles. I wonder if it's like, okay, you know how the Pudgy Penguins have all these memes out there? I wonder if this is kind of a similar thing. Like the animations are crafted in a way that there's like little memeable moments throughout, and they hope they can get kind of viral or whatever. And they're collectible, and maybe the best ones are like ones. So making a meme that, is in theory viral, like super, super collectible, tradable. And they're like little video clips that come right out of the short videos. That would be super interesting. And I think that's what they're doing. Again, a question I'll ask. It's almost like Top Shot moments too, coming right from the videos. I think there's something really interesting there, man. Hebrew, hang on. Does this have, let me see what this has. Because I think that platform is like super important to understand. It's, to me, Hebrew is bigger than Claynosaurs. Economic layer of fan participation. Creators spend it to reward fans. So we read this already. Creators launch campaigns, set bonuses, create referral incentives that direct attention towards the behaviors that grow your project. Fans, you get reward for engaging. Each project or whatever IP or whoever wants that joins Hebrew, they have their own token. I think that's got to funnel back to the Hebrew too. Hebrew rewards fans for the value they create and feeds a share of every crowdfund back into the pool creators use to reward them. Partners, Hebrews turns fan participation into a clear demand signal for entertainment. Know what fans want before you sign. No more guesswork. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Hebrew launches through a Metaplex Genesis launch pool on Solana. When does this launch? This is going to be really interesting. Okay, so that's just the tokenomics. I just want to go to the platform though. I remember going on this, a year ago. And I thought it was live. I thought it was live already because it already had a whole bunch of tickers and stuff. I actually thought this was already out. Maybe it was placeholder stuff. I think it's got to be it. Yeah, dude. I think. Yeah, I think it was all placeholder stuff because it had Cleanosaurus there with Heboo, and it had all these other brands I never heard of, all with tokens. They all had market caps listed too. This I don't get. Every drop you join becomes part of your collection. Your participation leaves a mark. No one can experience these moments the way you did. No two collections tell the same story. Don't I have not I haven't connected all the dots here. I don't quite get it. But this feels Hebrew feels different, man. And you had people coming in here saying they're going to disrupt the entertainment industry. This is the only thing that I've seen that actually feels like it could. Don't know if it will, but it feels like it could. That website's different. It did not look like this before. It had all these projects there. It had like tickers running across the bottom of the screen. Yeah, I think it was all placeholder shit. Dude, I was going to look into it way more, but I thought it was already out and live and missed whatever, right? So I just didn't bother. And now wouldn't matter because the token wasn't out. Now I can learn, but I think this is a really important thing to be watching. Yeah, okay, it's not launched, man. Oh shit. Good shout, Gravity. Okay, so now I'm real curious if that does anything to price. Who wouldn't like man, hang on, let me pull up deck screener again. Bunk. Bunk at 352 mil. If you had the choice of getting Bunk versus Soul, would you choose Bunk? Like, right, if this is gonna pick up, I wouldn't hate having Bunk that I would feel can, you know, that maybe he's got a 2x in it. I don't know. Here, let's go market cap. It's like here's basically I mean, Bonk might have a 2x in it. I would probably want to roll the dice on some Bonk. And again, now picture it. Do you think the Bonk community engages if you have people who are going to get Bonk as holders, right? We're targeting Bonk. Um, Stakers are going to get Bonk rewards. Do you think the Bonk community might engage with that more? Versus we're targeting Bonk. We're going to sell Bonk and send Soul to our stakers, right? Like it's very fucking isolated. Like oh, dude, the next one's Fart Coin. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, they're being smart here again. I think moves the needle more on X if it targets it and people get the coin. I think you get way more engagement out of it. I think you get basically no engagement out of it if you're just selling the coin. Like, right, you buy it, sell it. That's all that happens. If you buy it, distribute it, I think you get way more engagement from each of those communities. I hope they can do that. I think that's the right way to do it, man. That's true. Bonk does build shit. Don't wait, yeah, right? So I like the targets, dude. They're picking the right things. Still think that there's room to do small ones too, and just as an experiment even. But yeah, pretty cool. So hang on, let's see. Let's see if there's tweets out there about Bonk that are talking dumpster. And if there are, there's scammy shit, I think, but also nothing that's getting engaged with, I don't think, or I'm looking wrong maybe, but oh, right, I forgot Bonk just had that DAO exploit. Totally forgot. So then that needs to be the narrative. That needs to be the talk on X. Like getting exploited again. I know it's not an exploit, right? But that needs to be the narrative to try to get eyeballs. First the DAO thing, now dumpster. Like whatever. It's better than no narrative, right? Yeah, pretty and again, especially because it's low because of that. I think it would be a good time to bring in like holders. I hope they could do that. I really do think that's the right move. This is about to cross 7 mil. All right, have we hit again? I feel like we maybe got a little more dump. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Have not got any more soul in the past hour? I think we're due, man. I think we're due for a soul win. Past hour we got a little dump. Well, that was like an hour ago, so we probably saw that. So hang on, did we hit here? Yeah, like 10 minutes ago. We hit some more dump. Yeah, no main wins. Last main win over here was 3 hours ago. And on the other one, last soul win was also an hour ago. 2 in a row. So yeah, we'll let that keep marinating here. So far so good, to be honest. All right, let's I want to peek at those episodes. I'm curious who Loki's got on the show today. Let me see. Cuz I do want to tune in there. NFTs. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if they got anybody on. I want to play these real quick and then what else? Miss those packs. I know I mentioned yesterday. Miss those packs. I want to get more in the Claynosaurus ecosystem, dude. Okay. There's Andrew. Okay, Andrew's coming on the show. And Cab's the redhead guy, I think. So Cab and Andrew. Yeah, I like the card shit. I like what they're doing, man. A lot. We talked the Doodles thing briefly. Yeah, that's mostly. But I want to play. I know. Shush. Okay. Yeah, these are a minute long each. Let me play. Let me just do the third one. Let's check this out. Let me know if audio's gonna be there.
Wait,
you killed me?
no, Tyson killed you.
You lose. But I want to play the game.
Then you need to treat every choice like a life or death decision.
Well, can I come back as a ghost?
Or a zombie.
Oh, zombie ghost!
Okay, fine. Go for it.
Wait a sec. This isn't new.
Get lucky.
Oh, come on.
That's not new. Oh, because I'm a dumbass. That's episode 1. This is new.
I knew it! Mutiny! You've all been plotting against me from the start! That's it! Walk the plank!
We're not plotting against you, Captain! We would never do that!
That's exactly what someone plotting against me would say!
Wait, how did this happen? We're 3 against 1. It's the hat!
Guys, there's one thing about this I'm like super confused on. That little dinosaur right there. Check this out. That little dinosaur. I feel like there's a problem there. This little dinosaur's name is Trixie. Okay. Toy Story also has a dinosaur, the exact same kind of dinosaur named Trixie. Can you do that? Is that like, there's a question for him. Okay, Trixie. Same as Toy Story. Can you do that? It actually, it's like the same voice too. Trixie in Toy Story sounds exactly like this thing.
But after this, we're getting smoothies.
For the crimes against your captain, I hereby sentence you to death!
That was fun! Let's do it again! Oh no! My hat! Where did it go?
Hopefully to the dark depths of the ocean.
Let's look for it! I can't be the captain without it! Sorry, bud. No hat, no orders. Now walk to the smoothie shop!
Not so fast. This crew answers to one name now. Milo Spiketail. Obey my command, or be drowned in the deep!
It's pretty good. Like, it's excellent. It's really, really, really good. So I picture, dude, I don't know. These guys are great. It's like everything I look at here looks like clippable. Like, as in every scene feels like it could be like a meme. And then I think that's what they're doing. I think they like grab the little clips. Hey, hey, all right, hang on. I think they grab the little clips, make them an NFT, make them tradable in a pack, maybe 1/1s. What's up, man? You good? You coming up? Do you know you're here? I don't know if you guys know, but Henry's in the back room. I didn't know. Okay, he's stepped away. Let me see. Hang on. Did he message me? What the fuck is going on? What's up, Vert? Good morning, man. Okay. I don't know if Henry I don't know if Henry just accidentally like found his way in here or what, but let's see. Hang on, I'm looking through my messages. Wow. Side note, I've got somebody in the Bats Discord telling me they're playing the Robin Hood stuff. Well, Henry's gone. I don't know if you meant to come in here. I don't know, but you have to go here to come in. That was weird. Let's see if he comes back. Anyway, somebody's telling me, I'm going to wait and see if he comes back. Tell me all their wins on the Robin Hood stuff. Minted 3 things so far. So playing the NFTs over there. Got a 10x on one of them, a 35x on another. And look, we're probably going from $1 to $10 or $1 to 30, or maybe it's a few bucks to $50. You know what I mean? But like, I think I got to get over into Robinhood stuff. Let's go to, what about the collectibles on Robinhood? I mean, dude, a lot of green. A lot of fucking green. All right, Henry's back. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. You good? You want to put yourself up, or you want me to bring you up? Just you give me a thumbs up if you want me to bring you up.
Yeah.
You good? Okay, cool. There we go. a nice fucking treat, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, how do you respond? I don't know. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but I just got home from the gym and I was like, I'm just going to see if you're streaming because I thought it'd be fun to. I don't even feel like we've got to connect since, like, in DMs a bit, but we just haven't really got to connect.
Yeah, we haven't talked since Dumpster launched because it launched
Friday. Yeah, Friday.
Yeah. So, dude, hell yeah! All right, let's pull it up. Let's talk some Dumpster. Can I show you like what I've been doing with it so far?
Yeah, link me. I just want to drop this in Kongs in case Kongs want to come in. Well, actually, Vert's in there. I think Vert, you in there, bro? You could always drop the link.
Here, I'll send it to you.
Good morning, Inverted, by the way.
Hour saying, Henry, it would be cool if, you know, it'd be cool is if this did this. Get ready. Whole next hour is gonna be that.
Man, it would not be much different than the last 48 hours.
Funny.
Yeah.
I love Bonk. I love that you picked Bonk, and I love seeing that Fart Coin's up next. So like,
yeah,
I dig the choices.
Yeah, no, I what are we at right now?
7:21. Yeah, so this is accurate, right?
It is. I think Dex Screener doesn't take into account the stake tokens. So I think that's why when you go on Dex Screener, it shows it like, I wish it would show it like FDV instead of market cap of like circulating supply, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense at least.
It's a funny looking chart, right?
Yeah, it looks good. Like it's cool because it looks like nobody wants to let go,
40% staked, I think. Let me see here. Let's see. Well, you had it up. Yeah, probably close to 40%, if not.
Oh, where does that show on the website?
Yeah, on the homepage. Down under supply. So under the leaderboard for the dumpsters. Yeah, 41.2. That number just keeps going up.
Wait, where is that? Why don't I? Oh,
under the 3 like leaderboard dumpsters, there's a little box that says supply.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, 411 mil staked in dumpsters right now.
Dude, okay, I'm just getting a tweet out real quick. Dude, fuck yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. Dude, it's funny. It's funny how this has worked, right? Like, okay, so I approached the launch. First, the NFT part, getting a good feel for the NFT stuff and like having an idea of like what prices we see and all that shit, right? And I'm like, that's probably as far as I'm going to play it. And I even told you this. Like, I'm going to play the NFT stuff. I don't think I'm going to play the token, other than I know I'm getting some of the bags. So I approached it like that, and then played it, did decent. And then when the token's going live, I'm like, all right, well, you got to at least watch it and see if there's like a good entry and like if you got to play there. So I'm watching it and I'm like, dude, I think there's plays all over the place during the token launch, right? And like we were chatting, I was buying all the way through the tax period. I bought, I think like between 5 and 10 times, just bought throughout and had all these like, I think really cool entries. So then I'm like, all right, so now I'm just playing the token, right? I'm not going to play the protocol. I'm not staking. I'm not doing any of that. I'm playing the token. Well, yesterday on stream, I'm like just looking at it and I wanted to like cover the dumpsters and see what kind of money people are making. I'm like, you know what? That's actually not bad. So then I'm like, all right, let me run some numbers. If I were to stake, like what would I make? And like, dude, as I'm just like doing it and like real basic number crunch, I'm like, dude, of course I should be staking. I'm like, this is so obvious. Like if I can make $2 a day, $5 a day, whatever, I'm like, this thing is queued up. Like there's so much in the engine that gets this running for weeks. I think I'm like, there's no reason to not be staking. Like I couldn't convince myself why I wouldn't stake, because the money just happens while the token price is doing what the chart's showing. It's just staying steady and grinding up. I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't I stake?
You would only, you would only not want to stake. Like that's the thing is I've seen people make comments about like not wanting to stake because they want to be liquid and nothing wrong with that. Also, you got to have the NFTs, right? Yeah. But unless you're exiting in within 24 hours, right? So like if you're thinking like, hey, this could run to 2, 3, 5, 10 mil market cap. If you think this is all it's got in it, don't stake, right? Unless you're just like, I think it's going to hold here. If you're expecting major corrections downward, don't stake. But if you think there's life in this, yeah, why wouldn't you want to be staked? Or at least Perseus's point, like stake some of it. Because it's literally just like, I mean, you see there's 1,800 SOL to deploy. There's more than that because of what gets recycled back in. So it's actually closer to like probably 2,200. And yeah, you know, I think one of the things that I don't want to say worked against us, similar to DUMPSTR, like, dude, DUMPSTR came out of the gates, hit 1.2 mil, pulled back down into the low 100,000s, and then slowly chugged its way up to 6 mil, a little past 6 mil. But like DUMPSTR was kind of fucked. We didn't have any of the good mechanics going at that point. There was a lot that still had to be worked out. This reminds me a lot of ways of that slow, steady grind. A lot is staked. A lot of people are not exiting right now because unlike DUMPSTR, where you really had to pay attention at the beginning, with this, like you can park it. We launched on a Friday, right? We launched on a Friday, which is, I mean, by a lot of things we normally do, worst kind of day to launch because you're going into a weekend. But we launched on a Friday into a weekend, and like we're hitting all-time highs on a Sunday, which is, I think, like it's obviously amazing. And we're talking about things behind the scenes as far as like, you know, we want to make sure to balance preserving powder, but still making it interesting, but like not wanting it to be something where there's no volume and we just deploy powder until there's no volume. And then the thing's at that point, just like, it's dead. So we're looking at some mechanics to maybe stretch this out longer, potentially make it volume based as far as how it deploys, which I think makes a lot of sense. We were doing it before with the mindset of like, how much we have will dictate what the cooldown period is. But there were a lot of suggestions during DUMPSTR about going volume based on it. We just didn't have the way to completely like kind of change everything at the time. So no matter what you do, it's like the powder is always there. It's not going anywhere. It's just like, how do you deploy it? And I like the idea of it getting you know, like volume based, because I just think it preserves powder while the word's getting out there.
Do you feel like it's wasted powder if there's no volume?
No, because I feel like you're still rewarding people. Like it'll never get shut off. You know what I mean? But you can extend the cooldown periods. So like I what was your question again?
Does it feel like it's wasting the powder if it's like low volume, that it's like it has less of an impact then?
Like probably to some degree, yes, but to another degree, you're rewarding the people who have, you know, taken an early bet on it and want to be able to yield off of the protocol. So like you can't shut it off, but yeah, it does feel like, all right, if you're only getting 60K in volume, when you see shit coins out there that are literally doing millions a day, I mean, millions a day, right? So what's our 24 hour right now? Probably 60, 70K. Yeah, 75K. We're doing peanuts. So like if we get the right eyes, we just got verified on Jupiter, which is great. Nice. We're working on Deck Screener. But like, yeah, it's not that it's a waste. It's just like the longer we have powder, the more time we have to get attention, the more time you have for the chart to keep doing its thing. I'm impressed as hell that we're, you know, hitting all-time highs on a Sunday.
Yeah, it feels, I was saying this yesterday and today here, but it feels exactly like DUMPSTR to me.
It does.
It just feels the same as far as like, and like, I didn't give up on DUMPSTR, but I also felt like, oh, that was it. When it first did its first thing, you know, to over a mil, I'm like, there it was. I'm like, okay, that, you know, that was cool. Like big win, big fight. I was pumped. And, but I wasn't so sure that there was going to be something like much bigger ahead of it. And I've learned the lesson from last time. I'm like, it feels the exact same energy wise, where I'm like, I think it's going to play out the exact same. I think there's going to be another big wave of energy. By the way, I just want to mention it. It at least shows on the chart here the correct market cap. You know what I mean? Like on the
nice.
So if you're there, you can peek that way. But yeah, that must mean they can update this too.
It feels just like Death Star to me out of the gate, but infinitely better, more powder, because with Death Star, Digital Oil was essentially sniping, all of the ARB and washing the ARB because he had a bot going. So like Death Star had some powder, not as much powder as this has, but Death Star had powder, but it was just funky and everybody was just kind of waiting for us to make the next move to tweak it. And obviously there's a lag time in that. So it feels like Death Star, but way more stable. And feels like a powder keg. Like you just get the right people, the right eyes, go into a week with this kind of chart through the weekend with this much powder, and we keep working it on the team end. The community keeps working on it on the social end, and we see where this thing can go.
You feeling good?
Yeah, I feel pretty fucking good about it, man. I'm really, I'm super, super happy with how it's gone. And like, we're just kind of tweaking minor things behind the scenes right now. Obviously, devs have to work out some little bugs. Yesterday, we had to work out the unstaking and claiming, but like all in all, pretty smooth launch. And like, I don't know how we or anybody that's in this could, I don't want to say expect much better right now. This is like, I think where the ideal scenario was, that you could hold at a good market cap so people could fill their bags if they want to take part in the protocol, then just slowly grind up. And that's what's happening.
Dude, the crazy part is like the beginning, like the launch is so fucking fun. I love strategy coin launches, or I like any of these things that have like the tax on it, but like all the way up where places to buy where you could be in profits right fucking now at this like respectable but little market cap. Like I think a lot of guys are in profit right now. Cool thing is the guys who aren't are going to be holding till they are. You know what I mean? And that might be like a little higher from here. So like this thing has got so much room ahead of it.
And if you're yielding, right? Like if you've got it parked in the protocol, I really love the mechanics of it. How like I've got bags staked in different dumpsters, and as you get rewards, you can claim it and restake it. It's kind of a really fun. It's a fun system.
Oh yeah. I wasn't even thinking of that, but that's true. What remind me when the dumpster fire goes live? Is it 100 dump to spin that thing, or is it
minimum of 100? Yep,
up to 1,000 for the max?
I think it's up to 1,000.
Does it give you like a multiplier or something, or does it give you like 10 entries? If you do it,
no, I think if you're doing 1,000, it's just like that's your, if you were to 2x it, then you get 2,000 instead of if you had 100 and you 2x'd it, you'd get 200.
Okay. When you roll it, is there only one grand prize, or is there prizes like smaller prizes you can hit?
Yeah, smaller prizes.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you could get your dumpster back. You could get, a 2x on it. You could get, I think, a 3x on it. You could hit the jackpot. I think there's all kinds of multiples in there.
That's cool. Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought it was just spin for the jackpot. That was
no. There's
interesting.
Yeah, pretty certain. I mean, I'm gonna ask Felix right now because this is his like pet project.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't know the chances to hit the jackpot. I honestly I don't know the odds on it. It like Felix and Sven do, but I don't.
Yeah. Dang, okay, I need to think through this. By the way, what's up, Steam Bun? Okay, when people spend their 100 or 1,000 on the dumpster fire, what happens to that dump token that they spent? Does it go right into the jackpot, or does it go to the engine?
Yeah, I think 95% of it goes in. I think 95% of it goes back in to the progressive jackpot, or into the protocol. And then I think 5% gets clawed back to like the treasury.
Okay.
I'll confirm that.
That's fucking great, dude. Okay, so here's how my bags are looking. Here's how I played the token launch, and then how I'm playing it now. So altogether, I've got 1.1 million tokens. Wish I had way fucking more, like hindsight kind of thing, right? And I just didn't have any. I didn't have a lot of soul sitting over there. But 1.1 mil. in for 5.7 soul. So right now,
Whoa,
not quite
nice.
2x, but right, like how great
Yeah.
to be at 700 something K and already be damn near 2x.
Plus yielding.
Yeah. So yesterday I filled up 2 of my bags, one of them 90% full. In Hazardous's pool, and then I don't remember the other one who I have, but staked with 2. So I was running those numbers today, right? So I have 190,000 staked. So I was running those numbers today. It's 1.6 soul. And at first, like I came into the stream and I changed my mind on a thing just like yesterday. Like yesterday, right? My whole intention was just play the token, right? Ended up staking. Today I came into the stream thinking I'm going to unstake because I go to my profile and I saw like pretty decent for like 24 hours, but I'm like 0.0377, okay. And I'm like, and 1500 dump. I'm like, pretty cool, but I'm like, I think I'd just rather like get back to playing the token. But then, dude, I ran those numbers, right? That's basically, I think between the two, 0.05 soul. I think it's like 0.05 soul. It's $4, right? I've been staked for 24 hours and I've made $4. And then all of a sudden I'm like, well, if I do that on a low volume day, that's probably my baseline. Over the course of the month, that's like $120. And when you start thinking like that, I'm like, that's not nothing. This thing's got the powder to keep this going, I think, for a month. I'm like, do I want to just get my token out and have that just sitting there? Or do I want to make $120 for the month? Because then when I go back and I look at what that token is, the 190,000 token, it's basically the same thing. It's like 1.5 soul. Like that's what I would make in the month being staked here. So I'm like, I convinced myself to just stay right in. There's no reason for me to unstake and just sit on the stuff. I'll make that money just staked passively here over the next 30 days.
I just staked more last night. I think yesterday I had, so right now I got 722,000 staked. 500 of which was staked in a gold bag up until last night. So 200K I staked from like last night, like let's say 12 hours ago, right? So in 24 hours, my 500,000, which is actually like, because it gets a boost, brought in, because right now I'm at like 0.3 soul. That was off of like 1.5 soul worth of buys. So I'm like, all right, I already got 0.3 soul in soul rewards and like 12,000 dumpster, which I don't know what 12,000 dumpster is right now. But I'm like, okay, if I carry that on in 5 to 10 days, I've already got my soul back.
Yep. Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it now. It's like what breaks me even just with what it costs to buy that, and then I still got the token to do whatever I want with. It's fucking beautiful. The protocol is beautiful, and I would poke at it if I thought there was something about it that didn't make sense or I didn't see like the worth being there, and I can't. Every single thing I look at, I'm like, well, that just makes fucking sense. It just fucking works. Like all of it is. Well, why wouldn't I do that? Like every fucking part of it. It's really good, dude. It's really good.
I'm like, staking in Deathster prevented me from taking out like 6-figure gains when Deathster ran to all-time highs. But like the reality is I've yielded pretty good off of Deathster, and I'm kind of like in the mindset that like I just checked. Like my bag would be 2.5-3x of what I bought in. But I'm like, I think I'm just staking this for the rewards right now. I'm not thinking selling token. Like that's not where my mind's at on it. I'm just like, I'm parking it. I think this thing's got legs. I think to some degree this thing hasn't even started. Like it of course did, but dude, it's like one of the few things in crypto that works right now.
Yeah.
So like if the right people catch it, the potential's huge.
Dude, agreed. Any possible? Yeah, what's a Gamba game?
Like gambling game?
Oh,
no, there's nothing else in the pipeline right now other than dumpster fire. But like again, let's just see where this thing. Let's just see where it goes. Right? Like it's sort of still, all of this is sort of an experiment to see what works. And I think the one thing that we see with this is like, it works. Imagine this kind of thing with attention on it. Like right now, what I think is the people who know about it and are playing it and are getting rewards off of it. there's like a whole lot of people. Most people don't know about it.
Yeah.
If we pierce that veil, it's a very different looking token.
Dude, the 99% are still out of it. I wonder what's the thing that catches their eye. I was saying earlier, I think the meme has got potential. Like the meme itself is the thing that can get people. But I wonder if some guys might just catch on to like like the protocol itself and how it works, and just start thinking about like it's like I was tweeting yesterday, like if others implemented a similar thing, I think it would be great for the space. I just think it's like the perfect protocol, perfect way to reward your holders or participants in your ecosystem, whatever it is you do. I hope that's what catches people's attention. They're like, look at this example of how something could run, and try to poke holes in it, because I've been trying now for a few days and I can't. Like everything about it just works so well, like so fucking well. And so I'm hoping like a Tyler. I always go to Tyler. Like I would love for Tyler to see something like that and be like, boy, what would happen if these guys tried that protocol and these guys, and like this is actually something that I think should be a staple of crypto. It works that well. It's really good, dude.
Yeah. It's it does work well. Like it does work well. So what does it take for those people to get in? I think it's just like persistence across the board. It's people, people have to have conviction in it. And I think as long as powder keeps deploying and people want to fill bags, and that's the thing, like there's, there could be a supply crunch on some of this, right? People who want to take part in it, they got to get bags. That drives NFT prices up, which I've not checked what a silver bag is going for right now. What is a silver bag?
0.75.
Yeah, okay, that's holding. How about the bigger bags? Let's see.
Gold 3.8.
Okay.
Pretty good. One sold for just about there 20 minutes ago. Oh, by the way, hang on, let me show you this after. But yeah, dude, they're selling 3.5, 3.5, 3. This is all in the past like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Diamonds are at 10. We had 2 sell in the past 24 hours. 11.5 and 9.7. Probably no legendary sold. Well, no, we
one sold yesterday. I was gonna say, I think 50 sold, 51 sold.
Look at this. Hang on. This to me, out of any indicator out there, this was the one I'm like, holy shit, dude! Look at the activity just on bags in general from the past 24 hours. Just I would probably guess there's like 60 plus sold in the past 24 hours. Does that show you a number?
Yeah, Orbis should. Let's see here.
I bet it's like 75. Dude, that to me, I'm like, dude, people want to stake. Dude, people.
You know what's funny is it's still like the number one trending collection and has been 130 sales in the last 24 hours.
Damn. I would have thought, I don't know what I would have thought, but I guess maybe would have thought that would have come to like really, really slowed down. I think it's only picked up. I think
listings are going down. Dude, again, and we've had a lot of Solana native people in the Discord that are like, just so you guys know, Solana people, volume on the weekends, 0. Like not getting them on the weekends. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow. When you get more people coming in. What the fuck else is there to do out there right now? Like why not? Like literally, why not? But I don't know the answer to that. I think some of it is mind share. Some of it's people don't know. Some of it is like the ETH tards that do know, that don't want to give attention to an ETH project that's doing something kick ass on another chain. They just don't want to support. There's lots of those, lots of those kind of people out there. But like, we keep pushing, man. We keep pushing. And then, the people who are earlier, I think, are the ones who get to eat the most. But we'll see, dude. If this thing gets like real legs under it, we go past the mill market cap, like, dude, imagine, we get another day or two of insane trading volume. And if that number goes from, what are we at now? 1,800 in the fuel reserve, 1,800 sold there. Imagine you see that number at like 2,500, 3,500. Dude, that's the crazy thing. It can happen like that.
Yep. Dude, okay, you know what's going to be fucking awesome? When the dumpster fire goes live, I'm going to be firing off a tweet because, like, dude, it's like 6 cents to spin the wheel. I think it's like 6 cents, right? 100 dumpster is
sounds about right.
6 cents to make, $6,000 to $7,000.
Or no, it's got to be more than that because dumpster is 0.03. Is it 3.7 cents or am I crazy?
100 dump is 0.00087 sol. Let me math it out.
$103?
7 cents.
Okay, I'm stupid.
I think
I don't know why the website's showing dumpster 0.03762. Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense unless I'm reading that wrong.
Does that mean I'm a retard?
No.
5 zeros when the 5 is below? I think so, right?
Oh, wait, maybe I need to refresh.
5.
Mine shows a 3 below. Oh, is that what that means?
So.
0 and then 3 more zeros. 762. That would make more sense.
So I'm just doing this. I'm just going 100 dump 0.00087 sol times.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
But
Man,
like
I'm so dumb.
7 cents to make basically $7,000 if the jackpot is at like 10 mil, which it will be by the time it's live. I'm like, who the fuck wouldn't roll the dice on that? Like, who the fuck wouldn't? I might even just give away some dump too, just so people can spin it too.
Yeah, but if you give it away, you get taxed. I mean, you can unless you put it in an NFT.
So then I'll send people
you send them a little more. You just lose a little bit.
You
feed
10%, right?
Yeah.
I'll do some giveaways. 110 dump. Go spin the thing. I hope you win $7,000. How fucking wild will that be, dude?
Man, too bad we couldn't use like the Guardian contract here, where you could like send an NFT with tokens, then pull it back.
Dude, if you could do that, that opens up. I was brainstorming it. I can't even connect these dots yet, but I was brainstorming a way to like find partner communities that you target their token, you lease them a dumpster for that period, and you let them, I don't know, do what with the fees, buy their own token, and I don't know. But like if you could lease assets would be really fucking cool.
It would be cool.
There's a way somehow. I'm sure you've thought of all this because I know the wheels are just turning in your guys' heads for months, but like there's a way for somebody to come sponsor the dumpster fire for a period, and I don't know why or I don't know what that could mean, but a way for them to win but get exposure, maybe point the thing at their token. There's just so much that could be done with this, but I know how this works. All those things happen at the right time when it makes sense. Like that's how organic shit happens. It's also how you stumble on magic. You're like, oh shit, what if we tried this? And you're like, we could do that.
Yeah.
You're like, well, let's actually fucking do it. Something's going to come along that involves other communities, other tokens that I think is going to move the needle here.
It could. Yeah, it could. There's people. I saw some comments. You're always going to get some salty motherfuckers out there for no matter what you do, right? And people that are like, oh, there's no marketing plan, or there's no KOLs lined up, or there's why are we even doing this? Dubkong, by the way, if Dubkong's listening, that salty motherfucker. I like Dubkong, by the way, but like he's saying like, I don't know why we're not focusing on the old assets instead of building new shiny things. And it's like, well, if you're in that mindset, you've not been paying attention to what the space is, because that the space runs on new shiny objects.
But also just something for Dub to keep in mind. I know behind the scenes, like Jenny Kongs are always like front of mind. Keep this thing going. And I mean, the project like CyberKong's going. So when the right opportunity organically comes about, that you can do that. You can deliver something that's to the old assets, right?
Sure.
It's not out there right now. It's just not. There's nothing out there. You've gotten like access to be able to mint these things, maybe free, right? If people hit the raffles, they got the free.
Yeah.
There's always that thing, but down the road, something will come along that you're like, this is for Jenny Kongs, and it's gonna be something spicy or babies or whatever it is. Old assets come back, and they will.
And to that point of like when we were doing, Gens and Banana, all of that was just organic. Like that's how it all kind of came to be. So you pay KOLs and you just get a very temporary something, just like the most temporary of temporary bumps. And there's not very many of them that are worth paying. And the ones that are worth paying, if they're even worth paying, they're expensive, man. They're expensive. So, and yeah, anyway, the point is like, this is just, it's got to be an organic grind. It's the only way that I think it works long-term is if it's just like people catch on.
Yep. That shit is going to have its time in the sun again. I know it. I just know it. I think you're doing all the right stuff as far as trying new shit, experimenting. That's how you stumble on magic. And this is magic. Like it is. Like I'm so stuck on the protocol. I really think this protocol is very fucking special. So like, again, I made that tweet yesterday. If Venice or anybody did this where it's like, you got your token, but put an NFT with it, let people stake it, gamify it. Like any way to drive your platform's fees, rewards, whatever to your believers is awesome. And nobody's cracked that code yet. I think you cracked it though. I think you cracked something much bigger than you realize here. It's fucking great. Dude, what got you targeting Bonk and what got you picking Fartcoin for the next one?
Yeah, we just going through lists of what we thought would be fun to target. Not like a ton of rhyme or reason to it, but just trying to go after some of the bigger meme coins out there. We did Ansem. We'll hit up Pengu at some point here.
It might be fun. I was checking if Truth Terminal still runs, and it does. It looks like so. Might be cool. I don't know if that agent like reads the timeline, but that might be interesting to see what happens when like Truth Terminal gets tagged with the Fartcoin thing happening.
Oh, that's a good idea, man.
You never know with that. Maybe you can even send it some dump token and have it. I don't know, but there's interesting shit you could do with that. Then I was thinking AIXBT, but it's base, so they couldn't do anything with that token. But Truth Terminal at least got something for us, right? Like it's
yeah. That's actually not a crazy idea. Not a crazy idea at all.
Yeah, man, fucking fun. Who else is on like your short list of targets?
Let me look here and see. Give me a second.
Big Stink Energy just hit.
Ooh, Big Stink is. I'm trying to remember whose that is. Newer Kong is a newer Gen Kong, I think.
You've picked up some new people too, which is cool. And especially like I think extra cool right now, picking up some Solana guys and fucking awesome seeing the tweets out there of people saying, I haven't minted an NFT in years. And they minted these, right? Like, dude, under the surface, there's some real cool shit happening. Like real cool shit. Guys are like having fun. And I hear, dude, who's the Solana guy that's new to the Kongs community who's like loving this shit?
It's a bunch of them. Bill, Top Yeet. Yeah, there's a community. They're called the Micros, and they bought a dumpster. And so like a bunch of their dudes are in, and a few of us bought the Micros NFT yesterday. And like, they've been dude, super, super helpful dudes.
That's the kind of shit that I think is like that pays off down the road in a different way, because that's you like forming bonds with these Solana native guys, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they're like seeing something a little bit like you see them in Discord. They're like, man, this is a great chat, and they're excited about it. Yeah, it's great to see some of the ones: Ansem, Pengu, Fartcoin, Bonk, Whiff, Trump. Those are going to be like the first ones that we target.
Trump will be cool.
Daddy Trump. Cool. Yep.
Fuck, I'm trying to think how we can meme that one.
Well, we're going to be running some meme contests too, like we did before the token, like with Panel House. We'll do some more meme stuff. And yeah, dude, we just keep pounding the streets and seeing if we can get some attention. Yeah, yesterday and like there's just a lot behind the scenes with like trying to get things verified with Jupiter and the deck screeners and working out some issues, and looking forward to hitting some of the spaces this week. The dudes from Micros invited me onto his spaces on Tuesday, which is like a Solana based spaces. Like, get out there and just start talking about this and let it just slowly build. It's a great site by Austin, by the way, right?
Yeah, dude, it's real cool seeing that Austin site, Assassin site. Like, it's cool seeing guys building shit.
Those guys are awesome. Like, appreciate them for like putting time into it to like help people, and it's cool to see the community like loving what they're putting out there. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun. It's been stressful as hell, of course, but like it's been a lot of fun. Just seeing this thing get out there, seeing it work, seeing its kind of playfulness. The UI being awesome and just seeing people excited and watching the numbers go up.
Fucking great. Austin, let's see, Trashbag.io. So that dumpster is his.
Yep.
Won the most, 20, almost 30 soul won.
Damn.
Out of that, is that what he's won, or is his the 7.5% of that?
I'm gonna assume that his 7.5% comes out of that. That's my assumption.
Yeah. Fuck, it's great, dude. It's great. Assassin, when it's ready, let me know and I'll pull it up. But yeah, again, these sites they're making are cool. I love this that on Austin.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this.
How cool is that? Just seeing kind of the flow of the tokens.
Oh my gosh. This is awesome, dude. What? Hey, keep it on here. Just looking. Wow. So that's kind of what we built in a nutshell.
Yeah. Is that weird you built that?
Yeah. Well, what's weird is I didn't build any of it, but what's weird is that we thought of this and then our awesome devs built it. You know what I mean? That's what's crazy is with every suggestion that comes in, this is what you're this is what you're dealing with, right? It's like every idea that somebody has, this is a great visual of like, cool, by the way, that idea sounds awesome, but here's where it needs to fit into. You know, everything that happens, there's 1, 2, 4 things that it affects. So like, it's fun to hear ideas. The other side of it is like, it took 3 months to do this, you know, to make sure and to make sure like it works, to make sure like it's safe and all that shit. But it's yeah, it's pretty cool to see this actually. This is awesome.
When you were on that space as you hopped up with Alpha and Gigi last week.
Yeah.
And I remember when Alpha had asked, like, he was kind of trying to like go like, aren't you being opportunist kind of like Solana was picking up and you decided to launch a thing there? Right.
Oh,
and you were able to be like, well, yeah, no, because we technically started this back in December, but you know, with Dester stuff, but you're like, but no, we started building this fucking thing on Solana like 3 to 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Because this shit you can't pop up overnight. Or if you pop this up overnight, it's not going to be dialed in right. Where you launch it without it being dialed in, it breaks. It doesn't work.
Dude, it's like the amount of work that goes in on the back end is insane. And even as we're ideating on it over the months, it's like every change you make changes this. So like the ideas are great. And if they were in at the right time when you're actually like, cool, here's the idea, here's the pieces we need, here's the parts, like now let's put this thing together. If it came in before then, awesome. The problem is like what we got is the best version of what we came up with. And if this thing is successful, then maybe we can take some of these cool ideas and implement them. Like if this works, because the crazy thing is like it does work. You just need more people participating for it to work like long term.
Yeah.
But that's fucking awesome, man. I've just not had the time to really like dive into the whole site. But awesome of Austin and Assassin to take their time and build this shit.
Yeah, dude, it's great. It's these are becoming my go-to to just check up on the like, you know, on the protocol. Just hop here.
Yeah,
just fucking hop here. It's all right there.
And this like the back end, all the stuff was Sven and Felix. This is their baby. Yeah, the actual idea of it came born out of DUMPSTR and all of us, you know, wanting to take something to another chain to see what we could do, because we knew we could do better than DUMPSTR. We knew it. Like that was the initial experiment, and like we could one up that. And that was just like everybody on the team, you know, just going through it. And it's awesome to go through that and then see it come out and actually be what we thought it could be. And dude, like Kongs are fucking awesome, man. I cannot, maybe I don't have this space pegged down as much as I think I do. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way, but I think sometimes I'm like, man, I got a really good grasp on like the space. I think a lot of us do. I realize in Kongs, that's funny, how intelligent our community is, because when we're explaining these things to a lot of people, I realize how many people don't grasp what it is. But Kongs are fucking smart. Years in the trenches, years of, DeFi farming, providing liquidity, years of working with DeFi protocols, like years of it. So like it's complex, but it's like if you understand the basics of it, you plug it in. It's like the Matrix, and then you finally understand it. But like, I think this is what the space is. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think this kind of thing is what the space is. I think what Ansem token is like what the space is. And Kongs have just had this like ability to tap into fun, kind of unique shit. But maybe also the space is also evolving into this thing where, the collectors and the people who just want to view it all as art. Maybe there's just a lot of them that don't like to play with this kind of thing anymore because it's too risk on. Again, they think that these other things are less risk because they see artificial floors being supported. So it makes them feel good, which, I can understand that. But I'm surprised at like, again, it's the weekend. Let's see how this week goes. I'm surprised that it's not catching a little bit faster.
Cool thing is, I think like stuff does take like, you know what I mean? Like days, like just seeing this post. I'm like, try it's only 2 days. It's only fucking 2 days in.
I had a guy, who was it last night? Somebody last night was telling me, it was J-Dub, and I love J-Dub. He's a Gen Kong, massive supporter of Kongs. It was like, Henry,
he's the Bored Ape?
No. He's a Gen, rocks his Gen.
Okay.
He's an Australian guy. And he's like, Henry, for a few days, the site hasn't been working. I'm like, a few days, bro. It's been 36 hours. Like a component of the site, wasn't, I forgot exactly what it is. I'm like, couldn't be a few days. It's been 36 hours. This thing's been live. But it's just funny because like it feels like it's been longer maybe, but yeah, the reality is we're just hitting 48. Wait, yeah, we're just hitting 48 hours. We're on like the 49th hour right now.
Yeah, which it was like 8
10
a.m.
Eastern.
Okay.
10 a.m. Eastern time, and it's 11 a.m. Eastern. So
yeah,
kind of funny.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Early. Fucking early.
We just rolled 7 mil on the
dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire.
All right, let me peek. That's a big number, dude. Wow. Dude, that's amazing. I hope somebody hits a big jackpot. It's real cool though that you can still 2-3x or whatever the other like in between.
Yeah, I'm going to confirm that with Felix right now.
I can't get enough of this, by the way. I hope that catches. I hope that turns into a meme. It's fucking amazing, dude. What do you think? Like totally random. What do you think of the Lindsey Graham thing? You think that's sus?
A little bit, like a little bit, right? But it may not be.
I hope it is. I hope something
like came back from Ukraine. Did he get like? Yeah, it's weird.
You get like anthraxed or some shit. Or...
Yeah, I wonder. But honestly, I don't like the fucking guy. So, you know what? I don't like the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, when you were talking about like the collectors who maybe don't like this kind of thing, that's why Warner's a great secret weapon because he's that guy, and it turns out he fucking loves this stuff. So.
He's that guy. Dude Lifts from Doodles. Shout out to Dude Lifts. Love that guy. Maha from Frankie's. We've had some like awesome support from guys like that normally are on the, are normally on that side of the fence of like the collectible side. But yeah, Warner's a great example. Like he likes to degen into stuff. There's a lot of LARPers out there, man. That's all I can say. A lot of LARPers out there. A lot of just super fucking corny cringe shit. So ready to just let it all out here soon, but not yet.
Can't wait. I can't wait. You give me some names behind the scenes.
Yeah, no, I definitely will. I got a list of people. I'm keeping tabs on again, like I don't care whether anybody puts their own money into this thing. I'm surprised at how many people like, I support this. I love those guys. I love what they do. I love it. And then like fucking crickets.
Yeah.
Crickets. because they think it's like giving some bit of attention to something that, it's competitive out there, man. It's competitive. I understand that, but like, I'm buying a doodle next. That's my next buy. Because I like how dude shows up and supports and does it in his own way, and I respect that.
Yeah. I think I can picture some names who like showed up in Kong spaces when you were starting to get a lot of attention for Deathster, and then nothing here, like no show for anything here.
Oh yeah, dude. Yep, exactly, dude. The dumb shit out there, the guys that are out there buying up their own floors to support it, to maintain just like this, it's cringe as fuck. The one thing I can say for whatever we've done in Kong's, good or bad, is like whatever you see is real. Whatever you see is real. Whatever chart you see is real. Whatever floor price you see is real. There is not a penny. Like, not a penny. I mean, you could argue like we bought a dumpster. Like, we did buy a dumpster for this, but like we wanted to run a dumpster, so we bought a dumpster. But like, we're not out there buying up our floor. We're not out there doing any of that shit.
Yep.
And I'm tired of these fucking losers who get on spaces and act like, Kongs are the OGs. You got to support the OGs. They took on the SEC. They blah, blah, blah. So the fucking, where are they now?
Yep.
Circle jerking each other in their spaces. And you know what, dude? I'm not supporting that shit anymore. I'm not going out in front of everyone pretending anymore.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
No, I love it. If you say you're going to support, fucking, you better do it. And because if you don't, you get called out. You should get called out for it. And that's some of the bigger names out there doing exactly that. And so that all that means is they're farming you. Like you and everybody else out there, they're trying to farm you and your feelings and your want for good things. They're farming you because they're saying that that's what they're about, and they're not. They're not.
I saw some of the lamest takes I've ever seen this week about like shellmates and people talking about rugs, and I just I've just seen people out there that like there is such an entitlement, and in some ways you could argue like I think there's entitlement because like, oh, we built this thing and how come some people aren't supporting? So you could make that argument and that would also be fair. But like the idea that these people think that there is supposed to be this baseline for NFT founders to enter the space, or that there is supposed to be this massive plan for somebody entering the space, like, get the fuck out of here, man. All of this stuff, if you are still here today, you caught lightning in a bottle and you got lucky as shit that you were here early. If you're an OG project that's still kicking around, nothing more than that. You harness the opportunity at a time where you could do that. Don't go after these people launching shit now where they don't have the same opportunity and then start telling them like, oh, you got into the game for free. You got into the game for free at the right time when they were letting people in for free. And now you want to sit here with your arms crossed and be like, yeah, but like if you guys come in, it's different. It's a different barrier of entry. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
It's bullshit.
Yep. Agreed.
Well, looking forward to that stuff. Any final anythings, Deathster or Dumpster? I gotta stop doing that, dude.
It's easy. It's easy to do. No, nothing final. I just wanted to hop on, say a hello, and talk it out a bit. We should have a fun show on Wednesday. Be interesting to see where we go from Sunday at 11 to Wednesday. But like, man, if this feels similar to Deathster, which it does to many of us, we're on the road to $1 million right now. So when that comes, I don't know, but looking good, feeling good right now. Yeah.
Do you think the dumpster fire will be live by Chart Monkeys?
I think so.
Nice.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Yeah.
I dig it. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Can't wait. Good shit, man. Well, I hope your day is fucking great.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave, but I won't end the stream. I will
I'm out of here anyway, so sir, do the honors. Guys, we'll see you next week, and we'll see you Wednesday for Chart Monkeys.
Hell yeah. Have a great day.
Goodbye. We'll see you.